Peace, my people. What's good? Thank you for tuning in to Yo Spiritual HG podcast with your girl, me, SB. Peace, my people. What's good? It's your girl, SB, of course. And thank you for listening. So, when you're on your spiritual journey, one likes to think after a certain amount of time, they have mastered a certain level of balance. It is me. I am one. And up until this morning, I would have liked to think I have a perfect balance in my life. Nope. I had a rude awakening. Aspiring to be a master of self, in my opinion, means really being honest with yourself and holding yourself accountable. I am aware that I have committed myself to a weekly podcast, and for me, ideally, having them pre recorded so I can just schedule them and go is what would work best, but I still haven't gotten that accomplished. This weekend, I was out in these streets knowing I had stuff to do, and it would have been best to do them earlier in the week because I knew I also had weekend plans. But no, I have balance, right? I could just do it Sunday, right? Y'all, I was tired, if I'm being honest. I almost decided not to drop this episode this week and pick it back up next week, but I felt the spirit of my ancestors looking at me with their hands on their hips and shaking their head in pure disgust. So, here we are. Now, I know I was supposed to go into my creative space this week, but me being who I am, I also go where my spirit tells me to go. And today, my mentor dropped his daily spiritual wisdom email that read at the end: on the spiritual path, you will inevitably be met with challenges. Do you have the confidence to overcome them? Is your mindset that of someone who is trying to reach the pinnacle? Find your balance between confidence and hunger and take that into your practices. I'm sure you will experience a level up. Hit me up on IG if you would like the full context of the subject matter, but that word balance popped out at me when I read it earlier this morning. I knew then that the episode would be done because I don't believe in coincidences. Finding balance in this lifetime is a challenge for a lot of people. Where I am on my journey, I'm doing well, but I still have some learning to do. And balance was up there with procrastination, so I'm working. But make sure that whatever you're doing, you're minding your balance. Grow and enjoy life, but make sure you keep your goals in mind. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off about it. I'm gonna go ahead and head out, but before I do, please be sure that you are following all socials for updates and motivation everywhere on all the socials at Your Spiritual HG. Also, if you would like my mentor's daily spiritual wisdom emails, go to www.indraemail.com and subscribe. And until next time, gods and goddesses, peace.